Hey there, this is Michael with Buffalo Finances, and I wanted to talk to you today about inherited IRAs, inherited retirement accounts. So an inherited retirement account, you might get one of those if somebody that you love passes away and they have money left over in their retirement, there's a lot of people that happens to. And we've had clients get concerned about what to do with it. Is that going to create a tax event as soon as they receive it? So it's kind of like it's a bittersweet thing, right? You got a whole bunch of money coming in, but you've lost a loved one, so it's a sensitive situation. So we're just going to focus on the tax implications of that and what you should do with it. So if you get an IRA, that means that a traditional IRA, that means that there's been no tax paid on that money yet. So money got put into that IRA, and the government did not get an income tax portion of it, and they want that. So in order to prevent IRAs from getting passed down from generation to generation without any tax or without taxing that balance, what they do is they say, hey, if you get an IRA, you have to distribute that within 10 years of receiving it. So let's say you receive an IRA in 2030, then that means that by 2040, that money needs to be completely distributed. So you have 10 years for that to get withdrawn. And the idea is that as it's withdrawn, that's going to generate that income tax, because income tax is generated on an IRA when it's removed. And it's taxed at your ordinary income tax rate, which is going to be the highest tax rate they can hit you with, not your capital gains, which would be a lower tax rate. It's going to be ordinary income. And that's where those progressive tax brackets get in there. And I'm talking about federal, of course, but your state's going to be very dependent on which state you're in. So if you have that situation occur, you need to know that's the case. Now, you can withdraw the full amount anytime before that 10 years. Government will be very happy about that because they'll tax more. They would love to get more money. But let's say you do want to withdraw the full amount, then you normally, with an IRA, you would get a penalty for withdrawing it early if you're not 60, if you're not 59 and a half. That's the age for an IRA. But they don't have any age restrictions. You can have the money come out immediately. But they do want all of it distributed by that time. So there's also required minimum distribution. So you can't just hold all the money for 10 years and then on year 10 distribute it. The required minimum distributions, which are known as RMDs, they have to be distributed based on the age of the person that used to own the IRA. So right now, those begin at the age of 73. So if the person that used to own it was 73 years old or older, they're going to have to withdraw money at a specific percentage has to be withdrawn every year. So you have to at least withdraw that much. You can obviously do more, but if you don't do that, they're going to penalize you, and you don't want penalties. They're pretty hefty. Now, most retirement brokers are going to know that calculation, and they're going to tell you that number, but doesn't mean that you can be ignorant of it. I recommend you still find out how much your percentage is if the person that you inherited it from was in that RMD range, because it goes up. The older you are, or the older this person was, the higher the percentage that has to be withdrawn from your RMDs. All right. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of information. Don't be scared of them. It's just part of life, is things passing generation to generation, and the government's going to want to get their pound of flesh. So as Jesus says, pay your taxes, give Caesar what is Caesar's, and give God what is God's. And that does not limit IRAs. All right, this has been Michael with Buffalo Finances. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.